Hello YouTube, it's your boy Nathan coming to you to do another recap video. Today we're talking Married at First Sight season 16 episode, I think it's 8 or 9, Partying Ways. So I just want to say before we get into this recap, I do apologize for my catfish video. The storage got full on the iPad where I filmed these videos from, and the video had cut out and said that I needed to delete things. I had to go through the whole iPad and delete a lot of things, and it's still saying my storage is still full and stuff. So if the video cuts out again, I do apologize, but that's for what happened. So I'm gonna try. I think I got it to where it won't do it on this video, but I'm gonna go as fast as I can on this video today. So we're talking Married at First Sight. So we're gonna first talk with Jasmine and Aries. So their storyline this season is that Aries is just not attracted to Jasmine. I don't know what Jasmine can do to prove that she can get him attracted to her. I know attraction comes a time and it could grow, but Aries is just not attracted to Jasmine. And I think there's an underlying thing going on, but I'm thinking that Aries maybe feels guilty because he was intimate with one of Jasmine's friends before he met Jasmine, just a couple weeks before he realized that he was getting married. So I don't know. But in this episode, the couples have their housewarming party, and this is where they invite their family and friends to the apartment and whatever. And before, I apologize for that. So in this episode, as I said, they have their housewarming party, and Aries meets up with his cousin from the wedding, where his cousin was trying to stop him from getting married. And he met up with her, and his cousin has just not been a fan of this idea of being married at first sight in general. She's not a fan of Jasmine and not a fan of him getting married right now. And, she was saying that, like, she feels like Jasmine is fake and everything. I guess they had a conversation at the wedding, and it just didn't go well. And so he was talking about how Aries was talking to his cousin about how he's still not attracted to her, and then she said something like, "You need to have sex with your wife." And I'm just like, when she said that, I was like, okay, yeah, but I mean, there's more to attraction than just sexual attraction, and I don't think the sex is just going to change that. So they were discussing that, and then they had the housewarming party, and he invited his cousin, but his cousin said that she's not going to go. She's not going to go. So he went back and told Jasmine about their meeting, and he said that the cousin is not going to come, and Jasmine was like, okay, good, because she basically called me fake and everything, and she doesn't agree with anything that we're doing. So, like, and I think that's not good. That, I know his cousin must be like his best friend, like his favorite cousin. So that's probably why they're hard on each other. But little family conflict early, that's not good. So yeah, I mean, I just don't know what Jasmine can do. I think Jasmine is very attractive. So like, I don't know what else she can do to get Aries to be attracted to her. He told his cousin that, instead of having sex, he just goes right to bed and stuff. And I'm just thinking, and I know marrying a stranger and this and that, but there's just got to be something. There's got to be something. So yeah, that was Jasmine and Aries. Next couple is Kirsten and Shaquille. We didn't see much from them. They had their housewarming party. They had their family and friends over. They had a good time and everything. But they actually invited another married couple over, so they can get some input on the married life and everything. And since they're newlyweds, and Kirsten and Shaquille, they still haven't kissed yet. And I forgot to mention that in previous videos. They have not kissed yet. And they, that's another thing. Kirsten is trying to build attraction. Kirsten be lying at times. Like, she be playing it off like she is attracted to him, and then she says she's not. Then she's starting to get it, and then she be going back and forth. I don't know. Something's just off a little bit about Kirsten. But they had their you know, and they had their family and friends over, and those couples, and they asked like, have y'all kissed yet? And one of the couple guys was like, I'm not getting kiss vibes yet. I'm not getting kiss vibes from them, you know. But, you know, they talked them into it, but like, we'll see. We seen this a couple seasons ago with Marilyn and Gil, where Marilyn and Gil didn't kiss until like midway in the season. So this is another situation of that. And I think that, you know, I think Shaquille he has patience, but he's kind of reminded me a little bit of Gil a little bit. I think his patience is going to be wearing thin here shortly. And I think that Kirsten is going to drive him over the edge. So I feel like if they don't kiss within the 8 days, which I think they will in the 88 weeks, I feel like Shaquille will ask for a divorce. It's that simple. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, we didn't see much of them, but you know, they're also trying to be attracted to each other. Kirsten is just not attracted to him yet. So we'll see if their attraction grows. Next couple I want to talk about, they spent a good bit with this couple in this episode, is Nicole and Chris. Nicole and Chris, they are the power couple right now. I think that when they had their housewarming party, they had like a Hawaiian theme. Nicole had gotten Chris this like Hawaiian shirt, and he didn't like it. And she wanted him to wear it, and he actually said, I don't want to do it. And you know, it was no big deal. But Nicole actually liked the fact that he said no to it, and it's not just doing it because she wants him to or likes for him to or whatever. So, you know, Nicole and Chris, like, you know, Chris is this really nice, genuine guy. Nicole has not been with a guy like Chris before. So she's trying to get used to being with a nice guy. And she said on the after show, you know what, like, she's kind of forced into this, like, and if this was a regular dating situation, she would have found an easy way out. But with her being forced into this and sticking with it, you know, they're getting to know each other a little bit more, and, you know, they're compromising and everything, and that's something that she needs. This episode, you know, so they brought their family and friends over to, you know, they said things are going pretty well and everything, and Nicole's friends were just like, don't let her bully you. They told Chris not to let her bully you and everything. It's just like, Nicole was just wondering, like, okay, you're singing and doing a lot of things to make me happy, but is it for real, or is it just to make me happy to say the right things? But she believes that Chris is for real and doing the right things. So I think that Nicole and Chris, you know, like, I mean, right now it's too good to be true at the moment. I mean, they're gonna fall out here shortly, but I think they'll get back together. But right now they're the power couple. They're doing well. You know, Nicole just has to get used to being with a nice guy. And I'm glad that she's not trying to find the easy way out yet. She really likes Chris. Chris really likes her. They're the only couple this season that have consummated their marriage, so kudos to them. And yeah, I mean, they're the power couple, so I'm happy for them. So yeah, next couple I want to talk is Gina and Clint. So Gina and Clint, you know, they had their housewarming party. You know, they're recovering from all of the mean things that was said. You know, Gina's ginger comments and Clint's slender and athletic comments and stuff. They're still recovering from that. And so, like, you know, and I'm glad last week they almost got divorced because they didn't want to move in together, but they did move in together, but staying in separate rooms. Right now, this episode was probably like their best episode with them because, like, you know, they're more calm. Clint is finally starting to get a little bit of a filter finally. And he's just like, you know, like he seems apologetic for what was said and done, and I feel like Gina is too. They had their housewarming party, you know, talking to the family and friends, everything went well, you know, for the most part with them. I mean, we didn't get to see much of them, but, they're trying to get back, but it's good for right now, but something's gonna happen. So yeah, last couple I want to talk is Dominique and McKinley. So we left on a cliffhanger last week with these two, with Pastor Cal. So this episode actually began with Pastor Cal and session with Dominique and McKinley, and we left off with Dominique saying that she's over, and Pastor Cal was like, "What are you over? Explain that to me. Go more in depth with it." And she says she's over him, over the situation, over the marriage, and she decided that she wanted to get divorced. So with her wanting to get divorced, I actually kind of shocked McKinley, because like he actually wanted to try to work through it. And then like after the conversation, like they had a conversation, it was like Dominique was just like, "Well, can we still be friends?" And we're just like, friends? Come on now. And we know Dominique is 25 years old, so she's like the youngest one on the season, and she acts like it clearly. And when she said, "Can we just still be friends?" I'm just like, friends? That is when you're in a marriage, that is the worst word to say in a marriage. Other than divorce, that is the worst word to say. And everything. Friends? Like, and then Dom was like, "No, I cannot just be your friend," and stuff. And that's that 25-year-old stuff and whatever. And everything, and like she's saying that he's too negative and everything, but Dominique is pretty like opinionated as well, as we all are, but like she was really opinionated with McKinney, and I didn't like some of the things that were said that she said about him and stuff. And then she went to go talk to her mom, and her mom's kind of surprised that the marriage failed and everything. On after party, Keisha and I pulled him and said, it's okay, marriage, this happens, divorces happens, you'll bounce back, you're young, you'll get it together. Great. So later in the episode, all the couples met up after their housewarming parties. All the couples met up, and Dominique gonna just stir the pot a little bit. He just asked everybody, "Has anybody had sex yet?" And then, McKinney asked if anybody had sex yet, and Dominique just looked at him like, "Bro, seriously? Like, seriously? Like, come on now." And everybody said no, other than Nicole and Chris and stuff. And then they announced to the group that they got divorced, and Clint and Nicole were really surprised about it. Nicole told Dominique, listen, I wish you guys would take a little bit more time. I feel like you guys are going to regret it. You guys are going to regret this. So, I don't think Dominique liked hearing that. So, because afterwards she went and had another conversation with McKinney and didn't like what Nicole said. But it's the truth, and she didn't really want to talk about it. And then McKinney asked her, did you I guess also in the group, after Nicole said that, they said that they might give it another try. So now they were going back and forth, are we getting divorced? Are we still going to try to work on this? There was no clear-cut answer, but they said they'll try. So then the group decides to do, cheers to trying and stuff. And then we get back home, and it's just they get back home, and it's just, and she gets the rest of her things, and it's just Dominique asked her, "Did you just feel from the trying thing peer pressure or anything?" And she said, "Yeah." This is clearly showing her age, and this is and Pastor Cal said maybe 25 was too young for her, and because she is coming off very high maintenance, very opinionated. McKinney got his act together. Yes, he needs to be a little bit more positive in on the way he sees things, the way he does things, especially in a relationship. But Dominique was way too critical of him. And yeah, when I was watching the couples couch last night, they were like, yeah, when she said friends, that's just no. And that just proves that you're not ready for a marriage or a relationship right now. So then on after party, Dominique says that before they went into the group meeting, they said that we're just going to say that it was mutual. Well, it was mutual. Okay, maybe it was, but it was more so like her, I necessarily don't believe that, to be honest with you. I don't think it was mutual. I think like McKinney wanted to work on this, and then Dominique talked about it. If he would have said like I wanted to work on this, it would have been a whole different thing, but he didn't say that. I'm just thinking, what does she want from him? What does she want from him? She didn't even give this a fair chance. And so I'm just like, girl, I think everybody like who's watching and everybody like on it is just over Dominique right now. This is the third season in a row where one couple at this point has already gotten a divorce way before decision day. 2 seasons ago, it was Chris and Alyssa. Last season, it was Morgan and Ben. And now it's Dominique and McKinney. I don't know what's going to happen with them. I do know it's not the last we're going to see of them. But there is, again, as I said, there is something that's going to happen. And I keep giving that spoiler. Okay, I'm just going to say I've been holding it in. I saw a preview coming up on a future episode that Dominique and Clint kiss. And so I don't know how that sparked or started, but I'm curious to see how that comes in the future. As I said, that's that big turnaround that's coming on upcoming episodes of Married at First Sight. So anyway, guys, I actually got through the video without it going out. Thank you guys so much for watching. Again, I apologize for the last video going out and an earlier interruption. Please like and subscribe. I'll be back on Sunday, Monday to do The Other Way. And you guys have a great weekend.